In this video, we're going to learn how to access a specific value within an array. So we're going to start by creating a 3 by 4 array. That's 3 rows and 4 columns, and we're going to call it M. So capital M actually. So M equal open square brackets, and my values are going to be -1, 2, 1, -2 in the first row, -3, 4, 3, -4 in the second row, and 2, -2, -3, +4 in the third row, and I'll put a closed square bracket. And here we have our 3 by 4 array called M. We can refer to any particular entry in this array by referring to the row and column that that entry is in. So for example, the entry in row 2, column 3, would be this 3 right here. Now, suppose we want to access that particular value. The way that we can do this is by typing the name of the array into Matlab and open parentheses and then the location of the value that we want. So it is in row 2, column 3. So we type 2, 3 inside a set of parentheses. And when we press enter, it returns the value in that particular location. Now we can also access an entire row or an entire column. So say for example we wanted the entire third row of the array M. So I'll start by indicating that I want row 3, and instead of a number for the column I'm going to put a colon, and that's going to indicate that I want every column within that particular row. So when I press enter, I get back the third row of the array M. Likewise, I can do the same thing for accessing a column. So for example, if I had colon, 3, this says I want every row in column 3. And when I press enter, I get column 3 returned. Alright, we can also access any portion of a row or column. So, for example, say I want just the first 2 entries in column 3. So I want the entries from row 1 and row 2. So now, to indicate which rows I want, I'll say I want rows 1 through 2. So that's 1, 2. Then I'll put a comma and 3 to indicate that I want rows 1 and 2 of column 3. So here we see a column vector that only has those first 2 entries. And lastly, we can also access any subarray within a matrix. So for example, I can get the 2 by 2 array that's constructed from rows 1 and 2 and columns 3 and 4 of M. So to do this, in the parentheses, I'll indicate that I want rows 1 and 2 by using 1, 2, and then a comma. Now I want columns 3 to 4, so 3, 4, and then close my parentheses. When I press enter, I get the 2 by 2 matrix. To recap, you now know how to access any particular entry, row, column, or subarray within a given array in Matlab.